Hi, this is Jain, and you're watching Media Spotlight UK.
What up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Munya Chawawa, joined by the lovely Jain, all the way from France, and we're here to talk about her new album, amongst other things. So, Jain, I was just saying that you're the second French person I know. First one I ever met was called Martin at university.
Martin, yeah.
And he was a nice guy, but the only problem is he was so handsome that everywhere you went, it didn't matter what he said. Like, if he saw like a donkey and he said donkey in French, everyone would be like, oh. So I've got mixed memories, you know what I mean?
So you didn't like him?
Well, I liked him. I just wish I could speak French. You know.
But you spoke French?
I said
Un, deux.
un, deux. Ladies, I could say 1, 2 in French. So you've obviously travelled to the UK, and with the new album Zanaka, how do you say it? How do you pronounce it?
Zanaka.
Zanaka.
Well, the correct is Janaka.
Zanaka. Cool. Okay. So that translates as childhood in Malagasy. And so one thing about your childhood is that you were traveling a lot. So Congo, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, and then shot your recent video in South Africa.
Yeah.
And I love traveling because you can't go traveling and not have loads of experiences, like just crazy adventures. So I kind of wanted to do this differently. I just wanted to talk about some of the adventures that you've had in all of those places that have somehow sort of slipped their way into the album. So what kind of stuff stands out to you, like Congo, for example?
Yeah, I think Congo was it's where I wrote my first songs, so I remember it very well. But I mean, every country actually really brought me something. Like in Dubai, I did a percussion class called the darbuka. So it's where I learned like Arabic rhythm. And in France, I learned the drum. So it gave me like European rhythm. And in Africa, I did some percussion also. So I had 3 different rhythm to mix up.
Yeah.
And I think it really helped me.
And what was the rhythm like? So you said like you were playing drums when you were in Congo, etc. Like percussion, etc. How does their rhythm differ from what you'd heard before, for example?
Well, it's hard to explain, but when you what I love in a country is when you take the cab or when you walk on the streets and you pass by like bars or restaurants, you hear a music that you never heard before.
Yeah.
And it's very surprising, and it's very I don't know. I was not shocked, but surprised.
Yeah.
And so that's why I love, and I can't tell you exactly the different rhythm between all, because
you just have to hear it.
Yeah.
It just makes you feel a certain way.
Exactly.
I know what you mean. Sometimes I walk past a salsa bar and my hips just start moving without my my permission. But in terms of how you ask someone what's your favorite song, what's your favorite type of music, and people will be like, oh, I like this but I hate this. For you to be able to go to all those places and be like, actually I kind of like this and I kind of like this as well. Are you quite an open-minded person when it comes to experimenting with new things?
Well, I think so. Oh, I hope so.
Yeah.
It really helped me to not judge like a different kind of music, because in every kind of music there's something good to take and to love. And I think you can't say no, I don't love rock, no, I don't love punk or stuff like that, because in every category there is a genius, and you have to respect.
You have to respect all of them. And when you sort of had been traveling and then you sort of went back to France, did you see any difference in the way that Western Western people consume music? Because I feel like we're in London right now, and we're used to everything being so quick. Like, you get on the tube, you get somewhere quickly, you buy something quickly. Like, when you listen to a song, you listen to the beat, you don't really process the words. Having been to all those places, did you gain a new appreciation for sound? And what were people like there when they heard your music or when you were producing music there?
Well, it's true, it's very different between European and, for example, Arabic or African countries, because in Africa, where I lived in a little town called Pointe-Noire. It was in the south. It's in the south of the Congo, and music is always, in the streets, and people are just dancing on it, and it's made to dance and to share a moment with others. And in Europe, we are more like conservator. You keep our music. So it's very different and also very interesting because when I went back to Europe, actually I didn't know a thing about electro, like because I was listening to African singers, to soul, to folk.
Yeah.
So I was a bit shocked, and it was
you
interesting.
did you I believe so. You're friends with the group Justice, is that correct?
Yeah.
And what was your reaction to first hearing some of the stuff they did? Like, did it blow your
Well,
mind?
I don't know them, but it was my first show
Yeah.
in France.
Mhm.
And I think I was 16, so I was quite old for
Oh my gosh.
for the first show. Yeah.
Whoa, 16, your
Yeah.
first show. I don't even know. I think I
mean
was
the
still in.
first real, like,
Yeah.
in a big scene and stuff.
Wow.
And I was amazed because there are only two, and for me that was crazy to think about that because there were only two, and they had like a huge crowd,
Yeah.
and they made them jump, and so I was like, how they do that? You know?
Yeah.
There are
Yeah,
only
but the thing
two.
is, I've watched videos of your performances and people are still jumping. Even when I watch your music video, I was jumping in my own room and I'm only one person. So I guess seeing them and being like, wow, your type of music makes people like super hyped and, you know, people get going for it. You know, watching your performance, you're going to have to teach me to say it in French because I don't know how to say it. It's like what you'd call the Grammys. It's like Les Victorious.
Les Victoires.
Les Victoires.
Les Victorious.
The Victoire. Okay, so you're at the Lake Victorious, and your performance there, where you had like all the doppelgangers, and you know, it was you. Because one of the things you said is you like this idea of multitasking because it's just you and your machine, and like you do so much with it. But the audience was super into it. Like when it panned to the audience, people were dancing and stuff. Is that the effect you want your music to have?
Well, yeah, I really want you know, I really want my music to be lived, and I mean, for me, the biggest recognition during my shows is when I see people dancing. If I don't see dance, then I'm not satisfied.
Really? Why though?
I don't know, because for me, music is about dancing and about sharing like a good moment, you know, with people that you love, and just think about other things than real life.
That's really interesting because I would say that a lot of artists, or certainly in Western cultures, where we have like an individualistic society where, you know, you plug in your earphones and you enjoy the song by yourself, but you're saying no, you've got to share it. Where did you get that mindset from?
I don't know. It was something in that my family have. Like my two big sisters are singing. My parents are always listening to music since I'm a child. So it's something that we shared together as a family. And for me, music is kind of a family.
Like I know what you mean. Like you share it with your with your loved ones.
Yeah.
Who's the best dancer in your family?
The dancer?
Yeah.
I think it's my mom.
Your mum?
Yeah.
What kind of dancing does she do?
I don't know. Her kind of dancing.
Mum kind of dancing.
It's quite weird, you know.
Oh gosh, what the hell? It's like a seizure. Okay, so coming back to the album itself, so Zanaka. Actually, I wanted to ask you this. So when I was reading about Maka, by the way, and I know people have said this too, video is incredible, and we were talking about it earlier, like the way that it brings out South Africa's true colours. One of the things that you said when you released the song was, I want people to know about, you know, if people don't know what I'm talking about, I want them to research it so that you find out. And that happened to me. I watched a video and I was like, what is Maka?
Cool.
And I searched it. Okay, yeah, it was Wikipedia, but sometimes that's reliable. And I found out that, you know, Miriam Makeba she popularized African music in Western, you know, cultures. And she also had an involvement in civil rights. And that's a really powerful thing for you as an artist to want to do, to sort of educate people. And even though you said that you want your music to make people dance, are you also sort of hiding a message, or is there like an even deeper purpose when you make songs like that force people to research?
Well, I mean, there's not only the music or the melody, there's the lyrics, and it's also like it have the same importance.
Yeah.
And
Importance.
and so I was quite sad because for me, Munya Chawawa, I know Munya Chawawa since I'm a child. I always heard her song, and so I was quite surprised when a lot of my friends didn't know about her, and I found this quite sad because she was so important for African music, for civil rights, as a woman, as a strong woman. She was so important. I really wanted to give this homage for her, and to make a kind of modern song so young people can listen to it and tap, who is Munya Chawawa? Like you did.
Yeah, like exactly.
So
I did.
I'm quite
so
happy
you were.
now.
You're like the best teacher ever. You just sing a song and I'm like, I want to learn about that. When you made the song and people started to research it and stuff, with the rest of the album, what are some of the things that you have also felt people need to know about this, and so you've sort of subtly included them?
Well, Munya Chawawa was the only song made for
a person.
For a person. Yeah. But there's a lot of songs like Hope and Heads Up. I write with a lot of hope in my lyrics, because like this I can, it's kind of the therapy for me.
Yeah.
Kind of also I really want people to escape when they listen to music, so it's very joyful. It's sometimes you can find it a little childish, but I like it. I mean, music is fun. Music is a game. So.
And when you think about 2016, it's been such a weird year, and it's been sad, it's been down, it's been like so much stuff has changed. When you're making music, are you trying to create a world that is so happy that people can escape to it? Or because you as a music artist, you can do three things. You can ignore all of it, you can create a world where people can escape to, or you can address the thing itself. Which ones of those do you feel like you do best?
Well, it's kind of the three, because it's the beginning of the story is always very true, and I have this song called Hope, and it's quite depressing in the beginning. But the chorus is always very hopeful.
Yeah.
So in my song there's three steps: the sadness, the hope, and the victory.
The victory. That sounds like me in a relationship. 3 steps of a relationship. Last thing, because it is nearly Christmas, okay, at the time of recording, what 3 things are on your Christmas list this year? What do you hope for?
To have some good holidays.
Yeah, good holidays.
Long
cool.
one. And no, just to be with my friends and stuff, and to have good food and good wine. And
yeah, we can do that. And what is there anything from London you want?
Well, actually, I bought. It's ridiculous, but
please don't say it's a T-shirt that says "I love London," or I will run out of this hotel room.
Well, no, because I drink a lot of coffee, so I have this little mug with the Queen on it, and I'm really proud of it.
Cancel the interview.
That's so kitsch. That's so good.
Okay, well look, I know the Queen quite well. Yeah, me and her go way back.
English.
Hope, victory, etc. So I'll arrange a meeting for you and her. Okay,
No
just for you, just for Christmas. So Jane, thank you so much for joining us.
Much.
I've been Munya Chawawa. This has been the wonderful Jane. Make sure you get her album Zanaka, and this has been for Media Spotlight UK. Peace.